we talked about the intended design plan for the second apron of the luxury tax was to basically make teams have to build rosters and kind of create parity within the league. I think one of the byproducts and unintended byproducts potentially is dynasty building in the NBA. Last time the NBA had a dynasty was the Golden State Warriors 2015, 16, 17, 8. How many they win? Like they won 4 in a matter of 5-6 years. Do you think that does OKC have all of the ingredients in place to be a dynasty? And can they become that dynasty? Or is this luxury tax second apron contract roster building idea, is that going to stop Oklahoma City from becoming a dynasty in the NBA this year or in the next coming years?
I don't think so. I don't think it stops them because the biggest point is they're going to have SGA regardless. SGA is not going anywhere. That's the centerpiece. That's what makes everything go. So there is that aspect to it. Now, when you look at, we were talking about this pre-show, like Jalen Williams was all NBA third team. So that's gonna bring in a payday. Chet Holmgren, obviously still young in his career, but just with his abilities, even though he may not be nearly close to scratching the surface of his ceiling or potential, still probably going to warrant a pretty hefty payday. But outside of that, I mean, you look at, Isaiah Hartenstein, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, like these aren't really players that are going to warrant massive paydays at all. So there's an argument to be made. You got to pay everybody and things are going to change and things could potentially look different. But A, you have SGA regardless. B, it's a really young core to this team that you could, in theory, keep intact. And if SGA plays anything like he did this year moving forward, like they should be in the title picture every single year. Because you got to think, they win 4 more games. I think they're at 82, I believe, for the year, which would put them...
No, 84.
84. So they'd be top, 5 all time in wins behind...
I think top 3.
2 of the Bulls teams and the Warriors team.
I think 1 Bulls team and the Warriors. They'd be
That's
or
it.
Maybe it's 2 Bulls teams.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Crazy.
So I mean, they're in extremely rare air, and it's like with how young they are, with SGA just now like reaching this pinnacle, like who's to say that this isn't that this is the best Thunder team that we see? Like they could go up from here potentially.
Yeah, I'm going to say that they can be a dynasty, even with the aprons. Now, I'm going to say it for different reasons, because I understand the common sense take would be, okay, by 2026, they're going to have to pay SGA $76 million a year, and Jalen Williams is going to be on a max, and what are you going to do with Chet? And you're going to lose guys along the way. But I'm for different reasons, I'm going to say they can still be a dynasty, because one, Sam Presti, it's almost like he knew this was coming.
That's fair.
They have 2 picks in the first round this season coming up in the NBA draft. They have 10 first-round picks from 2026 to 2031. Also, on top of that, you know who has yet to play a minute for the Oklahoma City Thunder? Nikola Topic, their 12th overall pick from last year.
Yep.
So they still have cost-controlled contracts. I don't think they'll lose everybody. They may lose a guy like Chet by the time this whole thing is over with. But for the next couple of years, they're safe. And then once they get to that point, they can make some tough decisions. But guess what? You can rely on a million first-round picks and develop just like you did with Jalen Williams, just like you did with Chet, just like you did with Cason Wallace. Like you still have that at your disposal. So I know that the general thought from most people is it's going to have to end because of how restrictive the CBA is. But I look at the assets they have,
It's so dumb.
and it's kind of hard for me to just completely write them off after 2026, 27 when they have to pay guys, because they still have more than enough to replenish.
Yeah.
I just want to I'm so mad at whoever made the deals with Sam Presti to keep all of these damn draft picks. Like, how you're not supposed to be able to build a roster the way that they have with the talent that they have and have 10 first-round draft picks in the next 5 years, 6 years. Like, that's crazy.
12 in the next 6, and then the 5 following 10 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, he's a wizard, man.
And again, their first-round draft pick, number 12 overall last year, hasn't played a minute.
That's so
Nikola
dumb.
Topic.
That's so
And he was one of the biggest, best international prospects in last year's draft.
Yep.
so crazy.